I actually wasn't surprised because all the indicators had been there for several months.
On January 3rd, the world awakened to news that the U.S. military had swooped into Venezuela and arrested its leader, Nicolas Maduro. His indictment in the U.S. alleges narco-terrorism, drug trafficking, and weapons charges. I spoke about it with Professor Javed Ali, who teaches public policy at the University of Michigan. Ali worked 20 years in national security, including stints with the Defense Intelligence Agency and the FBI. He said the move has been building for months, and it's part of a new approach that considers drug trafficking a form of terrorism. What did you think when you heard the news Saturday morning that this was done?
I actually wasn't surprised because all the indicators had been there for several months that the administration was going to take dramatic action beyond all the things that it had done under this months-long pressure campaign against the Maduro regime.
We've seen this in other places where leaders have been removed and it turns into sort of a chaotic environment where there's a leadership void and you've got different groups within the area competing for power to assume that position at the top. Is that a concern in Venezuela?
I would have to imagine it is a real concern. When I began my career in the Defense Department and having a front row seat to a lot of the thinking and decision making that was going on with respect to the Iraq War. It was a really difficult moment because it was clear back then that there were folks in the administration who did not want to consider the risks of removing Saddam Hussein and then what would come next after that.
To read more about our discussion and see ongoing coverage of events in Venezuela, please stick with freep.com.